Maybe we could start with the overriding question that, you know, when I first heard that you were all working together, is kind of how that came about. You know, how did one scary monster end up working with two nimble bastards?
That's good, man. I like it, Peter. You got good material. Sonny asked to hear some music, and I played him a few songs, and I happened to be going into the studio right after that, and I just kind of said, "Hey, you want to come to the studio?" He was like, "Yeah, sure." I was like, "You're not like too busy or whatever?" He was like, "Yeah, fuck it." He just came to the studio and hung out. We ended up listening to the whole album, and then he just kind of singled out this one song that might not have been anyone's favorite song on the album. Like we kind of were just like, "Wow, you like that one? Oh, okay." It might not have even made it onto the album. And then Sonny asked if he could mess around with it, kind of took it into the other room for a little while, and then came back and had removed an entire section of the song, a recurring section of the song. And it was just like, wow, he took that out, but it sounds so much better than it did before, which is what a great producer does, is come in and sort of make decisions about where things should go. And sometimes the artist can't really see what the best thing for the song is. That's why you look for that outside perspective.
Like when I DJ, I do a thing called edits. So I'll take songs and restructure them for my DJ set, because when you DJ, you're there witnessing firsthand what structure, how long a structure can hold an audience. So you can see right then every single night. So I'll change the structure of my own songs before I put them out, because you could feel the room, the energy of the room, how a song flows. So I'm constantly doing that with my own music and other artists' music as well. Like I'll play other versions of people's records that I've made that I also like mash up with my own songs. So kind of with that same mentality, you know, hearing a couple of the Incubus songs was just like, hey, if this just changed, if you just swap this or maybe take this part out, the flow would keep you entranced a little bit better. And that's kind of what I did with the first song, Familiar Faces, you know, initially, as well as just, you know, the other side of it is, you know, I came from singing. I'm really sensitive to emotion and melody and vocals. And, you know, with that song in particular, I just heard a really beautiful song. And, you know, one of the main things I did was just kind of bring out the emotion and the relationship between the chords and the leads with Brandon's vocal. And it was just those two things really, you know, and just some stuff to make the drums and the low end sound better. You know, and that's kind of how I approached most of the records, is just how can I bring out more of the emotion in the vocals and in the performance and of the vocals and the relationship between that and the music.
The vocals, by the way, are really good. The singing on this album is colossally good.
That's all right.
It's amazing. So you've been working on it for quite.
What about the background vocals?
Sick.
Super
dude,
sick,
kill
man.
that, Mikey.
Thanks, dude. You know,
So
I worked
good.
really hard on it. So
Save the album.
The album was doomed before the background vocals came.
So you've been working on it a long time, I assume, before this meeting.
Yeah, we've been working on it for about a year.
Because as I said, there's so many detailed, cool overdubs. I mean, there's a lot of different stuff.
And I tend to over sing. Like I'll throw everything in the kitchen sink at a song as far as like harmonies and things like that, and then we kind of like we deconstruct, I think, along the way. But something amazing that Sonny did was he just kind of like turned the vocals up.
That works. Yeah. I've done that.
Yeah. And all of a sudden it was like, wow. Wow. How'd you do that?
I can hear the vocals.
Yeah.
But that's why it is the real mixing skill, though, to get the vocals up but still have rock and roll power going on. Yeah. You know, and this, as I say, one of the things I love about this record is the good old-fashioned giant crunchy guitars are all over the place, you know, and they sound great.